Okay, well, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's the first ride of the season, and yes, I am on the KLR. I thought, what better way to start out the season than start off with last year's ride. I kept both. I now have, for those of you that don't know, I now have a Ducati Desert X as well. And spring is here, but I still don't have my crash protection, so anything that I do off-road for now will be done on the KLR. Well, for the most part anyway. Not gravel and stuff, but the rough stuff I'll wait till I have my crash bars, because as you know, we do use them. So yeah, wow, it's nice to get out. You know, all winter you have this sort of fantasy, I suppose, of the first ride in the spring. Sauntering out to the garage and firing up the bike, throwing a leg over and heading out on that perfect day, which I've been waiting for a while. And then there's the reality of it. Getting the bike started is the easy part, fired right up. Lithium batteries for the win, for sure. Then there's the 40 minutes running around the house trying to locate all your gear, and then wondering why you put every single piece in a different place. Boots downstairs, jacket and pants upstairs in my closet, helmet in the office. Of course, you got to let the Velcro out on the pants to get them on. It's spring. You get all geared up, ready to go for your ride, realize you have to piss. Around back for a piss, lock everything up, get on the bike, and your gloves are in the shop. Unlock the door, back in, gloves on, and we're off. Oh my goodness. It's never as much of a to-do as it is on that first day. From now on, everything will be in the shop going forward all year. Nothing will move. Alright, so yeah, KLR is running awesome, super comfortable. Oh my goodness, it's so comfortable. The seat on this thing's fantastic, cogent suspension, fantastic. It's a no-brainer. I still got some stuff I'm working out on the Desert X, but this is like sitting on a couch. I've got the tires on here that I rode on the trip last year, so I should have about 3,000 kilometers left on the rear TKC 80, but it's well broken in, so I don't even have to think about that. This was the absolute no-brainer of a choice for my first ride, and it feels good to be back on it. Actually, checked my tire pressure this morning. Tires were down a bit, added a bit of air. Other than that, everything was winterized properly and ready to go. Running awesome. Yeah, so I hope everybody had a great winter. I've been a little absent from the channel here over the last little while. Things have been busy, but we won't get into all that. But going forward, I'll likely post, hopefully every 2 weeks. Now that I'm out for a ride, I feel like I have more to post. I sort of held off there this winter thinking that my parts would come in for the Desert X and that would sort of tide me through, but of course I'm still waiting. I do have a lot of the stuff in and on, but still waiting on the crash bars and skid plate, and then we're up and running. Last weekend I had Mel and Juan up to the house for a visit. It was cold with a little bit of snow even, so there was no biking went on, but it was really good to see them. And the weekend before that, Old Mesa came up for a visit, my dad, and that was awesome. I hadn't seen him since before Christmas, so now that he lives a little further away, it's been a while. We're planning well, I'm planning a trip down with the bike for a visit, hopefully next weekend. We'll see how that pans out. My girls are away to see Mrs. Mason's family, so I'm here by myself, and I might throw the bike in the van, even though it's supposed to be a lot colder next week. It's a bit warmer down where old Mason lives, so I think we'll do that. Clean the van out, load the bike up, go visit him for the weekend. Mel and one might even ride over on his to meet us. So that'll be fun. Hope everybody else's bike is running good this spring, if you've gotten out yet. I feel like we're a little bit behind everybody else. I think most of you have, depending on where you live, of course, I've had a chance to get out and ride. This is the test strip right here for suspension. Of course, you see my dash moving, but on the seat it's just perfect. The Kojin just soaks it up. Beautiful. In other news, old Mason is looking forward to coming up here this year without having to trailer a bike. He can come up and ride this. It's all ready for him. It's the number one reason why I kept it. Plus, I really like it, and the thought of my KLR going away makes me a little sad. So it's sticking around for the foreseeable future. Needs a good run. Like I said, the last time I rode this was the trip, which was August of last year. It came back, got a wash, and then in the fall it got winterized. Ooh, fair bit of grit on these corners. Got to watch that today, especially when I'm out on the Ducati, because I put a new rear tire on it, so I've got to scrub it in today. But yeah, got this home, winterized, and parked. I topped the battery up a couple times over the winter, but these lithiums, man, they are good. It fired today. I swear it fired better than it ever did on the lead acid. Likely because the lead acid batteries, after a couple years, just start getting a bit tired. Another thing I did on this last year was I had a lot of sand and dust from our trips in all the controls, actually. One being the starter button, and I had to take this all apart and rinse it all out with, well, I rinsed it out with WD-40 first, and then I gave it a shot of that dry lube by WD-40, which lubricates but doesn't leave a sticky residue, so dust isn't attracted to it. It's the same thing I use on to spray the motor and stuff down after I wash the bike, if you guys have seen that. Fantastic stuff. Anyway, I know that the contact on the starter button wasn't hitting properly, so that was part of the problem, but it still feels to me like the lithium batteries just hit with more force. Gotta say, it honestly feels like I never parked this. That's the beauty of the KLR. The learning curve in the spring is fairly shallow. You just get on and ride. Very enjoyable, very comfortable. I've missed it. This might come out more this year than I think. I've got that spring first ride numb hand. Got to build my tolerances back up. What's funny is I would rather corner on a gravel corner than I would on asphalt with a little bit of sand on it. I don't know why. What is it about that? Roads have been graded, nice and fluffy. Fluffy gravel. Yeah, so I'm hopefully gonna hook up this afternoon with Shooter Tech on the Triumph Tiger 900. He's done a fair bit of work to it this winter, actually. It's looking really good. He took the tank off and buffed out a bunch of the scratches. It's got her all cleaned up. He got a new luggage rack system, one that when he's just riding around and he takes his luggage off is a quick disconnect. I believe it's from SW Motec, instead of having the big racks always on the bike, which I have to admit is one of my major gripes with the hard mounted soft luggage. I don't want to look at those racks. Of course, let's be honest, when is your luggage ever off? The side panniers almost never, right? Ooh, look at this. Well, that's kind of neat. Boys are washing the old road here. Just wait till they see me. The old bridge wash. A little early in the morning for taking a 2-inch fire hose across the chassis. We would get the dust off my visor, which I forgot to do this morning. All right. Shake out the hand. Signal. Signal off. Yeah, we're getting back in the swing of it here. Of water in the spring. So I'm up here on the Bruce Peninsula, which is in Ontario, Canada, and of course we're obviously a peninsula with water on both sides. I'm headed south, so on my right now is Lake Huron, then on my left is Georgia Bay. So this time of year, the water is quite cool. Well, it's about 2 degrees off having ice. So the closer I get to the shoreline, the cooler it gets. So these spring rides, you kind of want to stay a little bit more inland, which is what I'll do this afternoon. I think it's going to be beautiful. I think I'll head south down into southern Ontario. I'm not as familiar with the roads down there as I am up the peninsula, but it's a little bit cool. The temperature's a little bit cool for that today. Well, I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, there it is, first ride. This will be sort of a continuation where part 2 will be filmed this afternoon when I get out of the Ducati for the first ride of the year. But I think for now, I think that's good. There's sort of the update. You guys are kind of current. It's nice to be back on the bike. Looking forward to a season of riding. Anyway, guys, on that note, as always, mind how you go. Thanks for sticking around. Hope to have some good stuff for you here shortly. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.